Rise and shine, everyone. Thank you for joining us on air and streaming on the KARE 11 app here on this Thursday. I'm Jason Hackett alongside Alicia Lewis. We got a lot to get to this morning. We're going to start with weather, though, and another one of those cool May mornings.
I know. I'm looking forward to. There's an 80 in the forecast, so John, and I know it's going to be a bit steamy, but I think we're ready for it.
Yeah, are you ready? You're ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I am. I like summer mornings, but I'm still enjoying this cool May. It has been cool. It hasn't been your imagination. It's been about 4 or 5 degrees below average. That's significant. Now, that will change at the end of the month, but I doubt we play catch up. Probably coming in below average. All right, so that has impacted a couple things coming into this weekend. Water temps are low. Again, probably not. I know normally you're like, I can jump in the water. Memorial Day this time, mid-60s for the water, even if it's hot on Sunday or Monday. And that's because of these cold mornings. These cold mornings are not allowing for things to really warm up from the water temp standpoint. So we're in the 40s, not bad. East winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. But as you look at the next 12 hours, today is a fantastic day. 48 to 65. Partly cloudy skies. The winds are going to be stronger. You'll notice that. And it's about 4 or 5 degrees warmer than yesterday. No rain today. Then we'll start talking about rain moving in on Friday. We'll show you the future radar coming up. Morning, Cece.
Good morning. There are some lingering construction projects out there this morning. We'll go to the Mendota Heights area, 35E northbound. There's some road work happening north of Highway 62. Kind of as you're driving near Highway 13, you'll see the left lane closed here as you make your way north toward the Lilydale area and St. Paul. So the good news, you don't need to add extra time in that area, not seeing backups, but something to watch out for. I'll let you know when they start removing those traffic barrels. Taking a look here at other parts of the Twin Cities Metro, traffic flow is great. You still don't need to add any extra time to your morning drive. Over the past hour, I've been talking about construction projects that are starting up this morning, new ones, so I'll keep doing that over the next 30 minutes.
Cece, thank you very much. This morning, we're waiting to hear from several high-ranking White House officials in Minneapolis.
They're announcing a, quote, major law enforcement action involving fraud. Audrey Russo is live at the federal courthouse this morning with what we know. Good morning, Audrey.
Good morning. We're expecting this press conference to get underway at 11 a.m. at the courthouse behind me. Among the speakers we're expecting to hear from, Acting U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and Medicaid Administrator Dr. Mehmet Oz. And we're expecting them to make some sort of announcement on what they call is a major law enforcement action surrounding fraud. This all comes 24 hours after these new charges were unsealed against a Minnesota daycare owner. Fahima Mahmood is accused of falsely certifying information on reimbursement claims in order to receive $4.6 million from the Child Care Assistance Program. Now, she was arrested in February, the same day she allegedly booked a flight out of the country. Now, Mahmood is also charged in the Feeding Our Future case, where court documents say she received $850,000 in federal funds. And these court documents were filed as a criminal information rather than a grand jury indictment, which indicates that she is cooperating with prosecutors and is likely to plead guilty. Back to you.
All right, Audrey Russo reporting live from the federal courthouse. Thank you for that.
And just before that fraud announcement, the mastermind behind the Feeding Our Future fraud scheme will be sentenced. Earlier this week, we learned prosecutors will ask for 50 years in prison for Amy Bach. She was found guilty last year of coming up with the plan that resulted in fraudsters stealing $250 million meant to feed kids during the pandemic. Bach's sentence and the fraud announcement will happen at the U.S. Attorney's Office in Minneapolis later this morning. We're, of course, going to carry that coverage live on our KARE 11 app for your TV.
Breaking overnight, the largest wildfire burning in northern Minnesota is now fully contained. Crews have been battling the Flanders fire in the Brainerd Lakes area since the weekend. It's burned more than 1,700 acres, about 3 square miles. The DNR are still investigating how it started, but they have identified people of interest.
In just a few hours, a Twin Cities school district will be back in class after a suspected cyber attack shut down campus on Wednesday. Delano Public School District leaders say thousands of pages with the word ransomware written across the top were printed across the district early Tuesday morning. Superintendent Matt Shane says systems automatically detected the potential hack and shut off the internet, limiting the access of what could have happened. Shane says it's a frustrating situation for them, but one that's becoming more common.
There's a lot of time. Our IT staff, our folks in leadership positions that are spending more and more time having to discuss things other than what's going on in classrooms in the teaching and learning business. So it's an unfortunate distraction.
The superintendent says they'll be sharing their experience with other districts nearby.
Well, right now, Americans are getting ready to head out for the big Memorial Day weekend. And this year, a record 45 million people are expected to travel. But if you're driving, take a look at this. In just the last few hours, AAA says the national average is about $4.56 a gallon. Here in Minnesota, it's costing a little less. Drivers on average $4.38 a gallon. This time last year, though, it was a lot less, just $3. So despite those high prices, nearly 40 million of Memorial Day travelers will be hitting the road. Here's Kent Durdahl.
This genuinely surprised me. High gas prices are apparently not enough to reduce Twin Cities traffic, at least on the interstate. I'm Kent Durdahl, and I'm about to show you a graph from MnDOT that genuinely surprised me a bit today. It represents vehicle miles traveled on several local interstates where they can monitor volume. Now, 2026 traffic is in blue right here, and 2025 traffic is in orange. And if we zoom in to the beginning of March, when the war in Iran began, you can see that blue line dipped a bit as gas prices soared. But look at what's happened since. Volume hasn't just recovered, it's stayed ahead consistently of 2025. Now that backs up data we also got from Upside, the gas rewards app, which found that customers have been cutting back on the amount of gas they buy per trip since the war started. But they are still driving and stopping at stations more often. So how do we explain this? Well, we know people are searching for deals right now, so maybe we're all just driving around more to find those deals. Tell me what you think. I'm Kent Durdahl. Follow for more news.